Hope all of you are doing well. So in this video we will see the calculation of steady state concentration on IV infusion. So what is steady state concentration? Suppose this is the plasma concentration versus time curve, and we are giving the drug by IV bolus administration, that is single IV bolus injection. Now if it is given by IV bolus administration, then we will get a curve like this. So initially we can achieve a high plasma concentration, but as it is given as a single dose, so plasma concentration will decrease exponentially due to the elimination process. So we can give the IV bolus injection to achieve the CSS or steady state concentration, but it will decline. But if you give the IV infusion, then we can observe a slow increase in the plasma concentration, and after a certain time it will achieve the steady state concentration. So in another concentration, if we give the drug in constant infusion, so the steady state can be achieved after a certain time. So it will take around 4.32 half-life to achieve 95% of the CSS. So in this way, the IV bolus or IV infusion cannot maintain the steady state concentration from the initial administration. So if we give the combination of IV bolus as well as IV infusion, then we can maintain the CSS from the starting. So immediate CSS can be achieved by the loading dose, and then that can be maintained by the IV infusion. So in this video we will see how we can calculate the steady state concentration and what is the loading dose required to achieve the steady state concentration instantly. So let's start with the example 1. So a drug was given by the constant rate infusion at a rate of 60 mg per hour. If the clearance of the drug is 10 ml per minute, then calculate the steady state concentration as in one compartment model. So what are the data given? Rate of infusion, that is Q equals to 60 mg per hour. Sometimes it is denoted as R0 also. Clearance, that is the 10 ml per minute. So we have to calculate the CSS or steady state concentration. So let's see the solution. So data given is rate of infusion, that is 60 mg per hour, and clearance 10 ml per minute. So which formula we have to use? We know that the rate of infusion is directly proportional to the CSS. So if you increase the rate of administration, then CSS will also going to increase. So the equation will become Q equals to CSS into CL, that is clearance, because we know that CSS equals to Q upon CL in our previous presentation. So let's calculate. So Q is given as 60 mg per hour and clearance is given as 10 ml per minute. So now we can observe that the units are different. It is in hour and it is in minute. So one is in hour and another is in minute. So we have to change it. So we will multiply this thing by 60 minutes. So it will become 60 into 10 ml per hour, that is 600 ml per hour. So now the units become similar. Now let's calculate CSS equals to Q upon CL. So CSS equals to 60 by 600. So equals to 0.1 mg per ml. So it is in mg per ml. So we can convert this thing in mg upon liter. So we have to multiply by 1000. So it will become 100 milligram per liter. So the steady state concentration that will be 100 mg per liter. Then the next example, a drug has a half-life of 7 hours when volume of distribution is 20 liter, was given by a constant infusion at a rate of 40 mg per hour. Assuming one compartment model, the steady state concentration will be the data given, that is Q equals to 40 mg per hour, T half equal to 7 hours, Vd equals to 20 liter, and we have to calculate the CSS. So let's see the solution. We know that CSS equals to Q upon CL, but here CL is not given. Data given is for Q, T half and Vd. So we have to calculate the clearance first. So we know that clearance equals to Ke into Vd. So here Vd is given, but again Ke value is not given. So how can we calculate the Ke? So Ke means elimination rate constant. So that can be calculated from the half-life. We know that Ke equals to 0.693 upon T half. So as T half is given, so it will become 0.693 upon 7, it is 0.099 hour inverse. Now we know that K is 0.099 hour inverse. We know the Vd also. So the CSS become 40 upon 0.099 into 20. Upon solving it, we will get 20.2 mg per liter. So in this way, even clearance is not given, we can calculate the clearance also from the elimination rate constant and volume of distribution. Elimination rate constant can also be calculated from the half-life, it is given. So next example, a drug with half-life of 10 hours and volume of distribution is 15 liter was given by constant diffusion to achieve required steady state concentration of 0.5 microgram per ml. How much time it requires to achieve the 95% of desired CSS? So data given is T half 10 hours, CSS is 0.5 microgram per liter per ml, Vd equals to 15. So we have to identify the T 95% of the CSS, that means time required to 95% of the CSS. So let's see the solution of this example. So when the drug is given by IV infusion, now the steady state concentration depends upon half-life. So there is an equation, C equals to CSS into 1 minus half to the power n. Here A equals to number of half-lives. So if we solve this equation, we will get a table. So in other words, we can calculate how many half-life is required to achieve a particular steady state concentration. Say number of half-life required, that is 3.32 half-life will be required to achieve 90% of the CSS, and 4.32 half-life required to achieve the 95% of the CSS achieved, and 6.65 half-lives will be required to achieve 99% of the steady state concentration. It can be remembered very easily. You have to remember how much half-life is required to achieve this 90%, that is 3.32. For 95 you have to add 1, that will be 4.32, and for 99 you have to multiply the value of 90 by 2, that is 6.64 or 6.65 half-life liquid. So in this way you can remember this table very easily. So here the question was how much time to required to achieve 95% of the CSS. See, 95% of the CSS can be achieved at the end of 4.32 half-life. So T equals to 4.32 into T half, that is 4.32 into 10, that is 43.2 hours. So this time is required to achieve the 95% of steady state concentration. Now next example, just calculate the loading dose required for a drug given by IV infusion at 80 mg per hour to achieve the steady state concentration of 40 microgram per ml. The volume of the distribution of the drug is 10 liter and elimination rate constant is 0.2 hour inverse. So data given is 80 mg per hour, CSS equals to 40 microgram per ml, Vd is 10 liter, K equals to 0.2 hour inverse. So we have to calculate the XL or the loading dose. So loading dose equals to steady state concentration immediately. So loading dose is directly proportional to the desired CSS. So in another word, the XL equals to CSS into VD. You have to multiply the concentration with the volume, then only we can calculate the loading dose. There is another equation, that is CSS equals to Q upon CL, that is rate of infusion upon clearance. Now clearance equals to KE into VD. So the final equation will be Q upon KE into VD. So this equation will become CSS into VD equals to Q upon KE. So XL equals to Q upon KE. So you can use any of these two equations to calculate the loading dose. So data given is Q 80 ml per hour, CSS 40 microgram per ml, VD is 10 ml and KE is 0.2 hour inverse. Now again here it is in ml and here it is in liter. So we will multiply this value with 1000. So the CSS will become 40 mg per liter. So we are multiplying this thing with 1000, then microgram was converted into mg and this ml was converted into liter. So as per first equation, XL equals to CSS into VD, so XL equals to 40 into 10. So it will become 400 milligram. So by using the another equation, that is XL equals to Q upon KE, so here Q is 80 and K is 0.2, so again it will give 400 mg. So in this way we can calculate the loading dose which is required to achieve the steady state concentration. So 400 mg of the loading dose should be given.